All right, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy. And as you can see, man, we've been busy spending a whole heap of crystals. We are down to only having 1,000, right? But we're making some power plays behind the scenes. So what I wanted to do for this video is actually give you guys a first look at Red She-Hulk, since she's one of the two new characters that we're getting in this update, and I didn't get a chance to go over her or Abomination in the APK. Now I know this video should have been about the big green guy because this is his update, this is his time, and best believe I'm not slacking on him. We got the uniform for him and we got it at Mythic. I actually went as far as getting all of the associated uniforms at Mythic, and I promise I will get around to showcasing him very shortly. However, because Netmarble, right, and the Marvel Future Fight team were actually gracious enough to include the premium bios for Red She-Hulk in the Future Pass and actually make it attainable for free, right? I was able to unlock the character and I used one of my Mega Tier 2 tickets that I have in my inventory to get her to Tier 2. Now, I had a lot of you guys messaging me on Discord, on Twitter, and a couple of you guys even messaging me on YouTube asking if she is worth it, right? Because she's a premium character. It is going to be very difficult, and we do not know if we're ever going to be able to get her biometrics for free again, right? Because this is the season 3 Future Pass. Next will be season 4. And if we're gonna start seeing a trend where they put a sprinkle, just a small drop of premium biometrics in these things, which I'm hoping they do because that sells me on this thing, right? That will make me want to support the Future Pass even more because it's allowing free to play players to get access to premium characters, even though they can't get everything they need from this particular Future Pass to get the character completely built up. There's other events throughout the months, throughout the years that will allow them to get the character to Tier 2 eventually, and I absolutely love that, okay? So I gotta salute the Future Fight team for that. However, back to what I was saying previously, a lot of you guys have been hitting me up saying, is she worth it? You see, the thing is, I think it comes down to where you are in the game and what you need. If you really like her, I think you could justify spending the Mega Tier 2 on her. But just keep in mind, she's not going to be a Namor, okay? She's not going to be a Luna Snow. Reason for that is very simple. She does not have a Tier 3, right? But she is a very useful character. She has a very good leadership that you can use if you have Namor, or you can just use to buff her or any other fire character, right? She has one of the best fire leaderships in the game. Additionally, she's also going to be a top tier support character, right? More HP, damage reduction. This is awesome, right? We only have 2 of these passives in the game, and this is definitely the best one. And she also has a very good kit. She's fairly easy to play, right? But I don't think her damage is the highest. It's not looking like it's going to be blowing you away. But then again, this is just a first impression. So what you see, just keep that in mind, okay? It's not a full in-depth review. It takes more than a day, it takes more than an hour, right, to judge a character's entire value. This is just a first look at her, so just keep that in mind. I did go ahead and I invested a good amount into her because I wanted to do a proper showcase. So what I did was I actually got her stats in a pretty decent place. We have 123 for attack speed, 44% for critical rate. Ideally, I should get it up to about 60%, and I will, but I figured I'll leave it like that for now. We have 199 for critical damage, so almost maxed out. Almost maxed on the ignore defense and almost maxed on the cooldown duration or reduced cooldown duration, whatever, right? Over here for the Urus, I gave her physical attack and a couple Urus for skill cooldown because she didn't really need that much. It's actually very strange to me because there is no cooldown here, right? She has no cooldown on any of her gear slots, but just giving her 2 6-star cooldown Urus were actually enough to get her to 50%, which is very strange. Usually I'm missing a lot more, and I'd actually have to roll this for cooldown. So that's actually really good. It actually saves me some stats. I went with Power of Angry Hulk. I will at some point fully awaken this because I actually just really like the character. I think she looks super badass and she's fun to play, right? So just keep that in mind. That being said though, we're going to take her into a little bit of gameplay. I am rocking with a critical damage, ignore dodge, 120 proc. So this could be way better, right? But I just wanted to keep her like in the realm of the free to play, like if you will, just because I figured many of you guys will unlock her, right? If you're free to play, you're not gonna have a CTP of rage or energy to throw at her right away. Also, keep in mind, even though she is a elemental character, because she is physical, she's not going to do any kind of real damage or any high levels against Ebony Maw. Ebony Maw, you need to use energy based elemental characters. Okay? So that being said, ladies and gents, let's jump into a little bit of gameplay. We're going to run it for the most part without any strikers because I want to show you guys what she's able to do for me right now. So we're going to go up against this guy right here. We're going to run a stage 50. We're going to run with this team right here just so we can use our leadership. And then we're going to go with Abomination, right? Just because like we could use Shuri and we'll get the same effect. But using Abomination, I just feel like doing that just because Abomination has that gamma thing, right? So this right here. And it allows us to use his tier 2 passive. So you could easily just sub out this guy for Shuri and it would be the same thing minus the chain hit, right? Now, when it comes to like a skill rotation for her, ideally you want to open with the third skill and then it's up to you if you want to go into the 4 because that's going to allow you to perform the 4 safely because the 4 does not have any damage immunity. The immunity is on the 3. The reason why I say that is because the 5th is actually her highest damaging skill and this also offers invincibility. So if you actually do like a rotation where you want to maximize damage, you'd actually go 3 into 5. But then 4 at the very end, you will be open to taking a little bit of damage, right? Because you're going to use up your immunity time and your invincibility time while you're in an iframe because the 5th skill is an iframe. So kind of sucks that they did that. It would have been better off to put, I guess, the invincibility on the 4th skill or the immunity on the 4th skill, right? That's just something for you to keep in mind. But overall, I don't think it ruins the character. We're going to run it with a little bit of ignore dodge. These guys are not going to do that much damage, right? And then we're going to see just how much damage we can do with her. So this first run right here is basically just to give you guys an idea of what her base damage looks like without the help of any damage increasing strikers or any mind control or hidden defense down or any of that stuff, right? I actually initiated the proc early there, so that's actually a bad rotation. Let's see if we can, okay, that's actually good, but the proc is off. So, okay, that's nice. So one thing I'm really liking about She-Hulk is that she's very safe. But at the exact same time, I kind of don't like it because she's a little too safe. Now, listen to me. I'm not saying that I want her to not be able to perform, right? And just die on you, right? But sometimes I literally die with her just because I'm trying to actually take damage and I end up taking too much damage and I let her die. The reason why that's a problem is because she's too safe. She has too many iframes for a character. Well, I guess not too many. It's just they're in the wrong places, right? Like, for example, her 3rd skill, when you initiate it, right? It puts you in an iframe, but that is the skill that has the damage accumulation based on damage received. So you want to actually be wide open, basically saying, hey, hit me. And they decided to hide her in an iframe, right? Her 3rd skill is exactly the same as Sharon Rogers's, which means when you initiate a 3rd skill, you want to take the highest damaging skill that the enemy has right to your chin, right? But you can't. You literally have to wait around, right? And basically wait for them to hit you. Because if you do let them hit you like right there, you're going to notice. Look at it, look at it, look at it. Now respect it, right? A nice bit of damage. Like, it definitely makes up for standing around and waiting for it, but it would have been nicer if we didn't have to, right? Okay, Coulson, can you just die so she can come back in? Bro, this is not your time to shine, bro. Okay, the iframe interrupted the attack that I wanted to hit me. Oh my goodness. So the accumulation is really, really nice. So I'm not trying to say she is bad or nothing like that. She's really, really good. But I think for the most part, she's gonna fall into the role of like a leadership and a support character. But she's definitely gonna be able to do high level Shadowland and high level World Boss. I can say that for certain. All right. Okay. Can you hit me, please? Like, I got tired of waiting around and I didn't get that much damage there. That sucks. That actually sucks. Oh man, I'm gonna have to figure out how to like time the iframe so as to not interrupt the attack that was gonna hit me. Because sometimes that's what happens, right? I'll see the boss setting up an attack, so I'm like, okay, let me initiate my third skill so I can take this attack right to the chin and then just feed it right back to them, right? But because she has an iframe, we might actually die here. Right? Whoo, yeah, we died. But you can see, like, because I was taking so much damage, it was ramping up her damage and she was just doing more and more and more and more. Right? She's actually really, really good. She's pretty strong. The problem that I have is I have to leave her completely exposed sometimes to get that damage spike. Also, using her with Abomination, you'll notice that at the top there, we have some defense down coming in at the end, which was actually increasing her damage as well. And this is actually better than having defense down from the strikers in most cases because this is going to last longer even if your resistance is not high enough. So using her with A-bomb, or I guess this is not a real A-bomb, but I guess he is kind of, right? But whatever, right? Using her with Abomination is actually not the worst thing in the world because Abomination will put on that defense down sometimes, right? Not all the time, but sometimes. Let me show you guys how she rocks against Proxima as well. Alright, so we're going to run through this stage 50 here against Proxima. No strikers because we don't need any ignore dodge. And I'm going to show you guys how she rocks. Like, she doesn't die that easily, right? You basically kind of like have to really fumble hard with her or just basically play extremely reckless to actually have her die. But that's the thing, like if you play her really safely, you cannot get the maximum amount of damage that you could possibly get. Right, so you kind of have to like play it really recklessly, but if you do, then there's a chance that you can die. So you kind of have to pick your poison, kind of. It's actually better to play against Proxima with her because Proxima always finds a way to hit you, like no matter what, like even with the iframes and stuff. So you get a chance to accumulate more against Proxima. I think we could go up to like a 55. Let's see, because we're like, can you hit me? Please hit me. There we go. We got a hit. And Proxima actually hits pretty hard, so that's good. I think it might be best to get... Ooh. Ooh. I was going to say give her immunity to guard break so that there's like very little chance that you get guard broken when you get hit. So basically every hit like will give you an opportunity to do maximum amount of damage. Yeah, let's move up. Let's move up to like a 55. Let's move up. Alright guys, so I know I said we're gonna do 55, but y'all know me, man. I'm greedy, so we're pushing up to 60. And we're gonna try and see if we can make it happen. Okay, there we go. We got hit. Okay, so we took a little bit of damage there. Let's see if we can turn it into something. Nope. Can you hit me? Ooh, we got a nice little bit of defense down there from my guy Abomination. Okay, hold up. Okay, come on. Where's my proc? It's late. That sucks. We're gonna use the 1 and 2. I don't usually use those. Okay, hit me. There we go. We got a little bit of hit. Let's see if we can get something out of it. Yeah, too many iframes. I think they should have just left the I think they should have left the 5th skill as just invincibility because at least you could still accumulate off of it. But because you're in an iframe, yeah, you can't really. Okay, can you hit me? Oh no, this is not the attack that I want to hit me. No, 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 ma'am. No, madame. Oh my gosh, really? Not. Oh gosh, we got We got hit before we could get the accumulation up. By the way, it's not instant. Okay? You have to actually wait until she comes out of the iframe. Or at least wait for like a half a second. When she puts her hand up, that's when you can cancel. If you get canceled before that, you don't get the accumulation, which kind of sucks. Okay, come on. Come here. Hit me. Wow, really? Nothing hit me? That's annoying. Why is nothing hitting me? That iframe. Okay, there we go. We got it. But then my proc, where is it that we don't got it? Yo. The timing of the iframe definitely saved us from possibly dying, but it also meant we didn't get any damage dealt to us to accumulate. I am sad. Oh my gosh. Oh, we ran out of it, right? Invincibility. Guard break immunity, right? Okay, hit me. Thank you. By the way, guys, keep in mind that all of this is being done with a 120 proc, eh? Because I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, this is so trash. This is so trash. Just keep in mind, this is a 120 proc. This ain't no CTP. This is not a level 70 character. And this is day one of having her, alright? Didn't play with her at all on the APK besides just putting her on the team to buff Hulk with more HP. Okay, come on. Cut it out, Proxima. What? What? Yo, that is nonsense, bro. That thing just sabotaged me. Anyways, man, I hope you guys got a good first look at her here. I think she's actually really, really dope. I'm actually going to build her up a little bit more and see how much I can squeeze out of her. But I think for the most part, in the eyes of most people, she's going to be mainly a character that you use as a leadership and a support. But let me know how you guys are feeling about her here. I think my major problem with her is basically the iframe on the 5th skill. If the iframe wasn't there, we would actually have a safer way, right, and a more consistent way to buff her damage with the accumulation here, right? So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Comment down below if you guys have found a safer way to like basically get optimal damage out of the accumulation, because hiding in the iframes from the 5 and the 4 right after using the 3, it keeps me safe, but then I don't get enough damage. Well, I do get good damage, but I know I could get more, and it requires me standing around and waiting to take a hit after I put the 3rd skill up, which wastes time and also lets the immunity run out and the accumulation starts ticking away. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to find a way to, like, I guess, maximize her damage output while still keeping her very safe. If you guys have found one, comment down below and let me know. But overall, I think she's going to be a fantastic character, especially for a character without a uniform, right? She's definitely well above average, and she does feel complete for the most part. If you just settle for like a good damage and not go for like godly damage or like super optimal damage, she's not going to die on you in most cases, right? Her HP is fairly high for level 60, right? And her damage is decent too, especially with no defense down. So you guys hit me up, man. Let me know what you guys thinking of Red She-Hulk. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.